This is the organ smiling meditation. Benefits include mental, emotional, and physical benefit. This means that when we focus on an organ, say I'm focusing on my brain, resources, circulation, blood flow, and the breath's energy is going towards that organ. And it's going to help to regulate that organ. And that could just be balancing the hormones, or it could be bringing additional healing resources there. We're bolstering natural immunity. But also, a lot of emotions are stored in the body, especially unprocessed negative emotion. It gets stuck and it can block up the system, the energetic and the nervous system. So when we begin to create positive emotion throughout the body, we create more expansion and opening, rather than negative emotion, which creates more contraction and holding. So in doing this, we're releasing unprocessed emotion, and we're processing that emotion to find its wisdom. And we're also processing things in the mind. Because when we think about things, it's not just a mental process. We're always a whole person. So always thinking about things mentally, emotionally, and that's being processed at the level of physical as well. So by doing this meditation, you're going to create more clarity in your mind and body. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to be instructing us that we have our hands about a foot away from the organ that we're working on. And this is going to help us to bring more energy into that respective organ by focusing more of our attention there. I'll give you some more cues along the ways of things we can do, but let's start with the brain. So have your hands out with the palms open and all the fingers open, and then localize your attention to your brain. And then visualize. This is a meditation. It's a meditation tool. Let's call it that. Visualization. You can visualize the actual organ if you know what it looks like. As we go through, you may not know what all of your organs look like. That's fine. The intention's more important. Visualize the organ, or just visualize light. White light is the ideal light because it works in all places. And as you do this, you'll find that more of your awareness is able to sink into the body. And throughout this meditation process, you'll find your awareness deepening into the body, and you will become more present as the process unfolds. So this is organ smiling. So we can smile at the organ. Like you see somebody else on the street, give them a smile. It doesn't have to feel completely authentic. This is a practice, and you may not be feeling uplifted in this moment, but the more you do this process, you're shifting your mind towards the positive and out of the negative. This is part of the healing process. We may not be in a positive state, or certain organs may hold negative emotions. So we want to shift over to what's the positive, towards recognition and love towards the organ, and gratitude. Thank you, brain. Beautiful. Now let's bring our hands down to the thyroid and parathyroid. Connect in with this organ and glandular system. Take a breath into it, so you're focusing where the breath is flowing. Smiling at the organ. Thanking the organ. Thank you, thyroid and parathyroid, for regulating my calcium, my metabolism, and doing so many good things for my body. It's as simple as that. And coming down to the lungs. This doesn't need to be a complex meditation process where you're focusing all of your concentration and not thinking. Let it be playful. That way you'll do it more and more throughout your day. You don't even need your hands here. You can smile at your organs whenever and wherever you're at. Let's connect in with the lungs. Here's another meditation technique. It's called scanning. So there's sensations all over the body. It's just whether we're paying attention to them. The more we pay attention to them, the more sensitive we are to them, and the more we feel. So let's bring our hands to the left and to the right, and then move your mind in the organ, scanning it. depending on your energetic sensitivity, you may be able to feel some level of density, maybe heaviness of an emotion. Qigong masters are supposed to be able to basically see their organs and feel at a very deep level, just like we feel our outer body, they can feel their inner body. This is all possible and potential with practice. You'll also notice as you scan through from left to right, the energy is much more easy to mobilize. So you're moving the energy, and this is going to help prevent stuck energy. Stuck energy indicates blockage, mental, emotional, or physical. Let's finish up on the lungs. Give them a good smile down there. Maybe see them smiling back at you. You can visualize them having a little face on there. Bringing in that white light. Taking a conscious and mindful breath in. And then focusing in on the heart. Now, we're going off the body because the body has energy fields, and we're tuning into that level, and the hands help to direct the energy in, but you can also go right on the body, and that will help you connect more with the physical. So let's connect with the heart. Feel its vibration and pulsation, its steady beating. Notice how your nervous system becomes calmer and more regulated as you bring in more coherence, more alignment and listening to the body system. Thanking the heart for all it does. And then let's travel on down to the right side on the ribs, and a little bit under the ribs we have the liver. So here's another technique. Circles. So let's do 9 circles in both directions. So 9 clockwise, 9 counterclockwise, and this is going to help to warm the organ. Going to bring circulation there. And this gentle touching of the skin indicates to the skin that it's safe, which will also have the effect, of downshift in the nervous system towards rest and digest. Sometimes I'll even feel my organ having like tone or like a holding in it, and then it just relaxes, and it's almost like it sinks down, like you sink into a soft bed. And then take a mindful breath in and out with a release. Let's do that 2 more times. Big full breath in and out with a sigh, letting go of any density held in the organ space. In another one of my videos, you can find the organ sounds to help release and clear the organs effectively with sound and vibration. For now, let's just finish up on the liver by smiling at it. Maybe telling it a knock-knock joke, whatever makes you feel good. And then let's transition down, and we're going to go to the right kidney, so on the back body. I'm not going to use my hands for this one, I'm going to localize it. It's kind of like my hand has a beam of energy, and then I'm finding exactly where I want to localize it in the organ. I've done this meditation quite a lot, and I can feel my awareness shift from out my mind, of being up here, and sinking down, and this produces a much calmer and a much more visceral, embodied experience for me. So this is our right kidney, and the adrenal gland sits on top. So let's just give some gratitude, give some good breath into the area. All of our organs hold emotions. Kidneys hold the emotion fear, and when we're in fear, the adrenal gland that sits on top of it begins to pump out cortisol and stress hormones. By breathing into the organ, we can help to regulate it back into balance and harmony, so that our consciousness and awareness is not so tilted or biased towards fear or stress, and we can come back into being at ease. Thank you to the right kidney. Shifting over to the left kidney, another meditation tool. So have one hand stabilizing your attention and awareness on the organ, and then the other hand projecting out from the palm, drawing a circle. Now you're drawing a circle with the hand, but once again, it's like there's a laser pointer, and then you're actually drawing that circle in the organ space. So my mind is in the organ, doing this circular motion, which is helping me to move the energy within the organ. And then once you've done a number of circles, go the opposite direction. You may or may not feel that on your first round. Intention is important. Over time, as you practice more and more, you will become more and more sensitive and more capable of doing Qigong, which is energy skills such as these. Beautiful. And thanking the left kidney and adrenal. Let's come up. We'll do the spleen and pancreas together. They're both underneath the left ribs. In Qigong, in the Chinese medicine system, they're paired organs, so they have a close relationship to one another. So most people don't know what their spleen and pancreas look like, so don't worry about it. Just bring in light and energy, focusing on this area and picking up whatever sensations you may be experiencing. If you don't feel anything, just be open and curious. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Thank you, organs. It's really cool. As you tune more into your organ, you may not get it right now, but you're sensing and feeling into what emotions or even beliefs are stored in your body-mind at this level and at this part of your body. So the more you do this meditation, you'll find more self-awareness as to what process or emotions you're currently experiencing and why. So this is instrumental in the self-healing and self-realization process of knowing the self, knowing what beliefs you have or emotions are holding you back from feeling good. And then the encouragement is to shift towards positivity and awareness. Thank you, spleen and pancreas. Let's move to the stomach. I'm going to put my hands on my stomach. It likes a good massage. So I'll do 9 rotations in both directions. Another technique you can use in conjunction with your organ smiling and appreciation is some gentle tapping. You might see it that some people do a very hard hitting tap. For medical Qigong and self-healing, it's not necessary. Just very gentle tapping is all you need. If you're going to more like a martial or warrior Qigong, sure, hit yourself really hard. But for this practice, nice and gentle. It's like a self-soothing, like, hey, you had a baby when it's going to birth. Thank you to the stomach. And then let's move into the the small intestine. And let's do a big circle of the abdomen. So once again, we're moving the energy throughout it, connecting with it. Nice slow rotations. Mindful abdominal breathing here. This feedback of the hands is going to help out with that. And then rotations of the opposite direction. Thank you to the small intestine for digesting the food, the emotions, and everything else that you do to help to keep my body healthy. Shout out to all the little bacteria in you, and then my gut flora be healthy. And then once you've created some warmth and some movement, pausing in stillness, hands on the abdomen or off the abdomen. Thank you, small intestine. Going into the large intestine, so let's draw this out. So the large intestine starts down here, and then we have the ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and then it goes down into you know where. So let's do a few rotations of that. Let's inhale, hold the breath, exhale. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale. Do a few rotations just like that. Once again, the mind is focused in the organ as best as you can, or simply following the breath and the hand movement, focusing on smiling or appreciation, which is just as good as the smile. Beautiful. And then keeping the hands in the lower abdomen here, let's do the urinary bladder. Focusing on the urinary bladder, giving it thank yous, appreciation. Letting the awareness and attention sink down into the lower abdomen. You'll find yourself becoming more and more calm as the energy sinks lower and lower in the body. For whatever reason, a lot of my medical Qigong, they don't do the genital organs or the sex organs, but we're going to do them today. So place your hands over or on your genital organ, smiling at whichever genital organ you have. Feel the warmth. I'm resisting making inappropriate jokes, but you can make them in your mind and smile at them and direct that energy towards the organ. Really good. And now we're just going to do a few pulling down the heavens motions to close. So we'll inhale our arms in a big circle, and then exhale slowly with the palms facing towards you. And just imagine sweeping away any energy down through the body, taking it down off the feet, and offering it down into the earth. We'll do that 2 more times. Last few moments, place the hands down mindfully, just rocking side to side, smiling, rocking. Sometimes I do the whole practice in this rocking motion. It's very soothing. So I gave you so many techniques here, and you don't have to do this video in 19 minutes like we just did. You can do it in 3 minutes or 5 minutes, or just focus on one organ or another. As mentioned, there are so many benefits. So practice as is comfortable for you in your life. Practice when it feels good. Practice when you're resistant to feeling it. It's all good. Thank you for practicing. Aya Om. I'm going to write down those inappropriate jokes and tell them somewhere later.